What's up, guys? Legendary Abs. I'm going to talk about a little bit of split pushing here. As you can see, the ADC is pushed up in mid. The ADC, if you ever see an ADC or a support pushed up, they have somebody behind them. They're not going to push that far up into your team, usually, if they don't have at least one person behind them. I don't have good ward coverage yet, as I'm splitting bot. However, I'm going to continue to look at the mini-map. Now look. I know that there's three pushing mid now. I don't know where Gragas and Jarvan is, and that's dangerous. However, I do have a ward in the tri-bush. Now I know Nasus can teleport back to mid to help my team. He's an excellent defender. We actually have an excellent team for defending a turret. This is going to allow me to split push. Even if they send all 5 mid, I'm pretty confident that I can get my push on. Now I see 4 mid, so the only guy missing is Jarvan. Jarvan's kind of fed at this time, so I'm going to be careful. I may have to back off, but if Jarvan's fed, I'm going to provide more utility to my team to be taking him away from that team fight. Because Shaco isn't the best team fighter, as I'm sure you guys know. So there's Jarvan. I believe he has Randuin's. He's 4-1, and he is fed. So, in this case, we are not going to try to duel the Jarvan yet. Eventually, Shaco can definitely outduel the Jarvan. We're going to back up. Let Jarvan do his thing under turret. Now I'm going to farm. Now, here's something that's key about split pushing, guys. What I want the Jarvan to do is I want to wait for him to join his team mid now. He's going to be a little late. He's going to have to walk across the map. I'm going to hide and just wait for him to leave. Sometimes it's not about outdueling your opponent, guys. Now you see where Jarvan is. He's headed toward his team. Sometimes it's not about outdueling your opponent, it's waiting for them to think you're gone and leaving to join their team. When they leave, well, it's party time. Now it's time to go ahead and split. I don't think that their team's going to end the game at this point, even if they do end up getting that turret. I will gladly trade a turret any day as Shaco to get a push going for their bottom turrets, especially if I can get their bottom inhibitor turret. It's always worth the trade because Shaco, that makes Shaco so much more of a threat throughout the game. If you can always threaten them with split pushing, you take away their ability to team fight when they want to team fight. You can rejoin your team at any given point later on and provide assassination or split push. In other words, you get a lot more control by making this trade. Alright. We're going to push up on this turret. We are trading kills. Unfortunately, everybody on the team died except for me. But look, the death timers, it's not like there's 50-second death timers yet. So it's definitely worth it for me to trade here. Now, I'm not going to get the inhibitor necessarily. I'm going to have to back off because I believe 2 of them, both Jarvan and Gragas, who can both destroy Shaco at this point, can split push, or can take me. Now the Pantheon, he man drops, he ults, and we're just going to Q over the wall. And there we go, successful getaway. Now that's going to open up, even though they got an inhibitor and we didn't, it's still kind of in our favor because that opens it up for backdooring throughout the rest of the game for Shaco. Now again, here you see Gragas trying to bully me in bot lane as I want to split push. We have guys going up against Baron. Now, I can't confront the Gragas. Remember, we have to pick and choose when we want to duel. So instead of dueling with that Gragas, I can't unfortunately push a wave all the way up into that inhibitor, so I will simply backdoor this inhibitor. And with the items I have at this time, that is fairly easy to do. So that's what we're going to do. And then, of course, we're going to back out. And now we're going to split again. Notice once again, guys, we are not grouping with our team. We have an open inhibitor. Now sometimes you think, well, I need to go to another lane and split push and get those towers down. It kind of depends on the dynamic of the game and how the enemy team is allocating its resources, you can actually provide a really good split push onto nexus turrets. It doesn't even have to be a split onto another inhibitor turret. Now notice, guys, Gragas was going to clog up my lane, and I'm waiting in the weeds for a little while for Gragas to go away. Once I see Gragas, see him up mid, now that I know where all of them are on the map. It's extremely important, especially because I have no wards right now. I wait for that Gragas to commit to the team fight. Now that Gragas has committed to that team fight, even if my team loses the fight, if they can prevent the enemy team from porting back, I can take both Nexus turrets and probably end the game. So at this point, even if Nasus doesn't completely destroy their team, 4 of them are still alive, right? I don't need much time as Shaco to take the enemy base. Shaco can destroy towers sometimes faster than 3 people. He has ridiculous, especially when you run him with Feral Flare, he has a ridiculous attack speed. And I have super minions on top of that hitting these Nexus turrets. So just watch how fast these die. So the fact that my team, and now my team's actually just cleaning up, don't even need me. But just even being able to stop the recalls was enough for us to finish this game off no matter what. And there you guys go. Just keeping track of who's on the map, pick your battles, and wait in a bush and hide sometimes until they go away if you don't feel like you can win the duel.